Hey, good evening, everybody. This is Chef Jana, aka the Kitchen Shaman, and I am broadcasting live from Phoenix, Arizona. And today's topic is we are talking about what's in season. What's in season in your area, what's in season in my area, what kind of food can you get started to grow right now, and what kind of food can you eat? I like eating food. Well, I like cooking food too. So part of being a chef. So let's get started. I found a few websites for you this week that will give us some good tips about what we can eat and what we can grow. I'm looking around right now. Here is this is plate, and there's two lists of fruits and vegetables that you that are in season right now. And as we go down the list, we've got arugula, asparagus, beets, bok choy, broccoli, broccoli rabe. I believe this is in alphabetical order. That's cool. Brussels sprouts, cabbage, carrots, celeriac and celery root, clementines, garlic, grapefruit, green onions, scallions, greens, herbs, kohlrabi, leeks, lemons, lettuce, oranges, parsnips, radishes, rutabagas, spinach, strawberries, sweet potatoes, tangerines, turnips, and my favorite, zucchini blossoms. What can you do with zucchini blossoms? Oh my God, everything. Everything. Into soup, you can use them as for a batter. And yeah, and all of those things that are listed, oh my gosh, you can make such great salads out of them. Greens, of course, and you know, the kale, the world is kale crazy right now. So kale is up there. So you can be making salads with kale and scallions and some broccoli, and you can dice up some celery, shred some carrots. You can make a grapefruit vinaigrette. Grapefruit vinaigrettes are the most amazing vinaigrette. It's just tangy and acidic and sharp, and you can calm it down with some of your favorite olive oil. Can't go wrong with that. I also favor strawberry vinaigrette, but strawberries are just now coming into season where I'm at. I can get them for like really cheap. Let's see, are they on our list? Yes, they are. Strawberries are in season, so you can make a vinaigrette out of strawberries as well. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I do not believe I have a strawberry vinaigrette recipe on my website yet, but I will soon. I will share that with you guys. And if you're wondering who I am the Kitchen Shaman. I have a website. I have all of your, all of the Twitter, Facebook, Google Plus, which we're on right now, YouTube. You can go to my YouTube channel and watch some videos. I got a couple of chef demos up there now. I got just a handful of cooking videos, not very many. We're working on that. And some how-to videos. I'm going to make some more, hopefully. I'm sharing some videos from other chefs and other cooks who are out there making some wonderful food for you. I am a vegan chef. I am a vegan cook. Recently, since I got out of the culinary industry, I have become 100% vegan. So say yay for me. And that's things that you can find right here. I will, if you go to my Google Plus about, so that's everywhere you can find me. Probably a couple other places too that I don't know about maybe. Oh, Vimeo. I'm on Vimeo. I've got a couple of videos on Vimeo. It's a really, really nice. Vimeo is a really nice way to broadcast. It's awesome. There's some really high quality stuff over there. So if you get a chance, go peek at it. So what else is in season? What else can we do with the food we have? I found this website, and it's called Cookie Plus Kate. Let me get that up for you. She has some recipes with that use current in-season product. Me and the screen share thing are working on getting along. So apparently it doesn't want me to screen share. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. Sorry, I'm sounding a little rambly here. Share. So March Produce. So she's got some recipes up here, celebrating Whole Foods. Looks like some lovely stuff. I haven't tested any of these recipes yet, but you can check her out for what's in season right now and what you can cook. And if you guys have any questions for me, if you're on the event page on Google Plus, there on the events page, you can leave me comments about anything we're talking about. So you can leave me comments, you can ask me questions, you can respond to what I'm saying. That would be great. That would be great if you want to talk back to me, if you're out there. And the next thing I'm going to do is I have something I put together that's called Random Food Porn. Because out there in the world and the internet, photographs of food. This is my roasted vegetable enchiladas rolled in corn tortillas. You can roll them in flour to make them, you can roll them in flour too. I make them in corn. Ancho chili sauce with some Daya cheddar cheese and refried beans. The refried beans I make not with lard, but with sunflower oil. Sunflower oil is one of my favorite oils to cook with. This is an smoked tofu with yet another ancho. I believe this is the ancho tamarind chili sauce that I adapted from Rick Bayless and his website. He's got some great Mexican recipes. These over here, this is just some sliced vegetables, and every time I look at this picture, that looks like an egg, and it's not an egg. I promise it's not. What do we got next? Oh, this is another chili sauce tofu with a saute on top of it. I believe that's carrots and celery, onions. I use a lot of cilantro. I absolutely love cilantro. It's one of my favorite herbs in the entire universe. This is breakfast. We have breakfast quite a bit. Well, not as often as partner, the spouse would like. So I'm skillet frying some potatoes, corn tortillas, and that is tempeh bacon sitting there on the plate. Tempeh bacon is delicious. It's a product you can get at any one of your numerous stores. And this is what that breakfast turned out to be. That's a tofu scramble and breakfast potatoes with peppers and onions and tempeh bacon. Oh, we don't need to see that. I like to take pictures of food cooking, give you guys an idea of what the process is like. This is cabbage soup. I've been making this soup for a while. Cabbage is in season now. You can go to the website and get this recipe. It's absolutely lovely. It's got turmeric in it. I believe this is spinach, potatoes, cabbage, carrots, onions. You can use leeks if you want. When you use leeks, just make sure you wash them really, really well, because the way they grow, as they come up from the dirt, that dirt gets trapped in between the sections of the onion. So you really want to rinse your leeks really well to get all that dirt out of there. That's chili powder. And oh yeah, coleslaw. I make some pretty amazing coleslaw. I make a vegan mayonnaise type sauce for us to eat. I found the recipe a long time ago, and I've been working on it. It's absolutely lovely. People ask me, oh, what about veganese? What about just mayonnaise? What about all of that? Those are great. Those are great products. I have a blender. I have soy milk. I have dry mustard. I have vinegar. Takes less than 5 minutes in the blender. This is cilantro. I grew this today. I grew this season. This is my favoriteest herb in the entire universe. I'm growing chives too, but I want them to get a little taller. They're still about this big. Well, actually, maybe they're a little bigger. Maybe they're about that tall. I like chives when they're like really long, and then you can just go along and chop them. Chives are in season. No questions yet, you guys? I'm ready for questions. We can go back to the slides then, because I will talk about my food all day long if you want. Coleslaw. Not quite burnt. There you go. Last fall when I got some fresh pumpkin and I roasted it in my oven, and then I pureed the pumpkin, and then I made cookies. That recipe is on the website. Peppers, my favorite. Peppers. These are a combination of sweet peppers, red and green, bell peppers, as well as poblanos. There's a whole thing about poblanos and ancho chilies and pasilla chilies. Those are poblanos. I am growing poblano chilies right now. It's one of my favorite dishes to make. This is fava bean cassoulet. I believe that's charred in there. Fava beans are the national dish of Egypt. They are really, really high in protein, really good for you, absorb all sorts of flavor. So I make a fava bean cassoulet. Cassoulet is a dish that's usually cooked with animal meats, and then it just goes and it goes and it goes for a very, very long time. Well, I cook it with beans, and I cook the fava beans for 4 or 5 hours in lime juice and cumin, and then cool those down, and then the next day I make the soup. And I chop all my vegetables and my herbs up and add them in. So what's next? What's our next slide? Fava beans are the greatest. It's really easy to find them here in town. The 1 pound bags. That's a dried fava bean right there. So I found them in 1 pound bags. French fries. Making French fries. And one of our viewers just asked me if when I oil, and it's part sunflower oil, part canola oil. Canola oil is a huge debate whether you use it or not. This is a 50-50, I believe it's a 50-50 blend. So I use it. It's really, really great oil. I can't use corn oil to fry because I am allergic to corn. So I use this 1-2-3 blend that has no corn oil in it. Sunflower oil is a high heat oil, so I use it for saute. I use it for high heat, anything high heat. Olive oil I use for cold infusions. I use those for my vinaigrettes, for sauces. I mix olive oil into hummus. And yeah, so I only use a handful. I was using safflower oil, but I don't like it as much. Sunflower oil has this like really nice, buttery, yummy, delicious flavor to it. So I don't even have to add a margarine to most of my sautés, but using sunflower oil. I hope I answered your question, Michael, and thanks for joining us. I think we have a couple other people out there. Tara has joined us. Thanks for watching, guys. If you're watching out there on YouTube or on Facebook, thanks for being here. Again, any questions, shoot them to me. I don't have, I am not able to answer YouTube questions right now, but if you have some questions there, you can ask them at the event and I will get back to you. You want some more food porn? Let's do some more food porn. I should do a whole show about oils. Absolutely delicious. So this is French fries, homemade French fries cooked in the 1-2-3 oil, and that is a tamarind chutney instead of ketchup. Tamarind chutney is made out of tamarind and sugar. And you can put chili pepper and cinnamon in it, and I'll grate a little nutmeg in there. Cook it on the stove for a really long time. Well, a couple hours until it's nice and sticky, and then dip your French fries in it. French fries is like a 4 or 5 step process to make really good French fries. So look for that recipe coming up soon. I do have some shameless plugs. Spices, I love spices. Cloves. I did a blog post about cloves, and there you go. You can go read about that on the website. And pizza, I make a lot of pizza. We were spending an incredible and exorbitant amount of money on pizza for gluten-free and vegan. And I figured out how to make a gluten-free vegan pizza crust. And of course, we've got the vegan cheese on there, all of our favorite stuff on there: peppers, onions, olives. You can get the faux pepperoni slices from any of your favorite purveyors of non-meat making protein people. This is cooking the cabbage soup. Yeah, that's after I dump the cabbage in. Everything else is sauteed. I saute everything, and then I add the cabbage in and let that wilt down, and then add in the broth. Peaches. It was peach season in August. Oh my gosh, peaches are the best. And this is more cookies. Not enough cookies in the world. This is the pumpkins I got that I cleaned up and scooped out and made into puree. I'm telling you, fresh pumpkin puree, way better than the canned. A nice close-up of the pizza slice. Kidney beans. The spouse loves kidney beans. So I cook a little bit at a time. She puts them on her salads. They're delicious. And this is a quinoa stuffed mushroom. Quinoa is an amazing great seed to cook with. A lot of people make the mistake of thinking that it's a grain. Quinoa, actually a seed. So people are talking to you about quinoa, and they're like, "Oh, it's this great grain," and you say, "Hey, well, I just learned that quinoa is a seed, and there's like several hundred different varieties, and only a handful of varieties that are ingestible for humans." So, one of the things that I like to do is study food history and knowledge. You'll find on my website that I write a lot about where the food is from, how it traveled around the world, and how it ended up on your plate. So recently I did a blog post. Recently I've been writing about the history of spices. So when you write about the history of spices, you write about, you have to study the history of what they call the age of discovery. And by studying it from the food perspective, I was able to learn a lot more about history than what I was taught in school, which is pretty cool. That was really cool. But that has absolutely nothing to do with what's in season in your area. If it's still snowing, you know what? Get to the grocery store, buy what's there. I don't recommend that most of the time. Farmers markets are awesome. We have some great farmers markets out here in out west, and I'm going to California pretty soon, and I'm hoping to get to the Santa Monica farmers market. I'm not sure if I'll make it or not. It's supposed to be one of the best. Phoenix has a great open air market. Really good food. They have a lot of local product. I absolutely love shopping local and buying local. And we just had another question. Michael agrees. Well, it's not a question, it's an agreement that someone should do a whole production on oils and awareness of cooking, flavoring, and base combinations. I'm working on that. We're going to, hopefully by doing these hangouts, I'm going to be covering some of the real basic stuff. You can find it. It's just not all encapsulated. I was researching oils and vinegars the other day because somebody said a long time ago that, well, vinegars aren't vegan because they go through this fish bladder, I forget the name of it, or they go through egg whites. Well, I was looking it up and they don't do that. Vinegar's never gone through that process. Wine goes through that process. So when you drink wine and you're vegan, you have to be really, really careful about what you're drinking. Beer is the same way. So, well, beer has a lot of wheat in it, so if you're gluten-free, beer might be a little out. So check out what's in your market and what's in your area. Find out about what you can be eating. Check out my blog for the spices series. I'm also writing about I'm doing a chef series, so skills of a chef. There I have a couple of posts up about that, and we're gonna explore that some more. Having been a chef in the industry and not being there anymore and being able to write about it is really a gift. I get to tell people, not tell people, to have discussions with other people about being a chef, about being a cook, about, you know, what it does to your body, what it does to your brain, how we function, how do we run on so much adrenaline for so long over the years. And I'm hoping that I can get some chefs on the show and we can talk about stuff like that. We can talk about some war stories. We can talk about what happened to us while we were cooking. You know, as you get a little older, you really can't go at that pace anymore. And I find it very relaxing to be able to go in my kitchen now and just, like, you know, plan to cook a couple of things and take my time and put, you know, what I cook with intent. So I put that intent into it. People call cooking it with love, and I just want to put that intent in there and make the food as whole and as tasty and delicious and good for you as I possibly can. I use a spice palette that really is an Indian spice palette with cumin, coriander, turmeric, ginger, garlic. I use a lot of onions too. Some India cooking doesn't, the yangs. But yeah, I really try, you know, to put a lot of these healthy things in it, or combinations of spices that are healing spices and healing herbs, so that the food that we're cooking and that we're eating is helping us, helping our bodies and helping our spirits as well. And that's a lot of what I do as Kitchen Shaman. Is I really put out there, helping people through food to grow spiritually. And I do have a spiritual practice, and cooking and working with food is part of that. I am working on doing some gardening. I can't garden as intensely as I want to because I can't do the physical work right now with my shoulders, but I'm hoping, you know, I can do container gardening. So like I said, I have cilantro, I have chives. I got some mint in the ground the other day, got a poblano plant and a jalapeno plant. I actually have a teeny tiny avocado sprout. I planted an avocado seed months ago. I'm going to say back in September. I'll show you guys this. I planted this avocado seed, and I had gone to plant some other stuff, and then I tried to dig it out of that pot because I realized that's where the avocado was. And I thought I split the seed and caused damage to the root. Well, I went out there the other day, and the avocado sprouts like a little over an inch high, where it was like a quarter of an inch before. So we'll see. Yeah, it's opening. Give me a minute. I'm going to leave you with this. I love growing things. I love watching them just thrive. It's pretty amazing to me. Here we go. Now I have to do it this way. I am learning. I am still in the learning process with the Google Hangouts, and I want to make sure that I'm doing it well. But it's still a learning curve, and they say make sure you have everything you're going to share ready to go before your show, and show it floured, and they make you can't see that. They make little tomatillos. Tomatillo is a fruit that grows here in the West. It's and fruity at the same time. So, well, it looks like our time is up for today. And why I'm not coming back on the screen, I don't know. But oh, there we go. But I want to thank here. I appreciate it. I see that, you know, there were several of us, so that's awesome. If you watched on YouTube or on Facebook, thank you. Remember, this broadcast is available afterwards, both on Google Plus and on YouTube. So, and stay tuned. We're going to do more of these shows. I'd like to get some guests on. My co-hosts this week both ended up having things to do. So I ended up having to sit here and talk to you guys like this, which, you know, it's not so bad. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the food porn. Go find me on Twitter. Go find me on Facebook. Read my blog. And keep an eye out for more great stuff from the Kitchen Shaman. Thank you.